Why pay for the original when the dupes do just as good? Today, I'm talking about 11 dupe fragrances that I feel are affordable and worth the money. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dalen. Please hit that subscribe button and let's get into this list. One of my personal favorites, Game of Spades Wildcard. This is a dupe of Lafayette Street by Bond No. 9. This is a phenomenal daily wear, easy, versatile, clean smelling fragrance. It's gonna kind of remind people of that YSL Myself DNA, but you're going to smell sophisticated. You're going to smell rich. In the notes, you have some citruses, some woody notes, some floral notes. You also have this nice sweetness that comes out in the dry down. It's a little bit harsh in the beginning, but then in the dry down, that's where this thing really comes to life. Everything smooths out and you get this nice sweetness that comes out, and performance and longevity is really solid. It does better than the original actually. So you're looking at like a solid 7 to 8 hours. Absolutely fantastic. Next, one of my favorite releases of 2025. This is French Avenue's Obsidian. This is a dupe of that Angel Share on the Rocks DNA. So it has that classic Angel Share boozy DNA, very sweet, perfect for that winter and fall time. But this one adds in this blast of citrus. It's kind of a bitter orange peel kind of citrus, and it's really, really nice. It just brings everything together in such a nice way. And I would say that out of all the Angel Share DNAs, this one is the most versatile and the easiest to wear. Like honestly, you could wear this for about 3 months out of the year. Bottle looks fantastic. Longevity is really, really good. That 7 to 8 hour mark. I think that this is way worth it compared to buying the original that's like $400. Next, we have Lataffa Dynasty. This one is absolutely fantastic. This is a fresh, spicy, woody, citrus, and then you have some beautiful tea notes in here. And for the price point, I think I paid $40 Canadian for this. This is a very, very affordable fragrance, a gorgeous looking bottle. And this is one of the best releases from Lataffa, in my opinion, just because of the price point and the value that you're gonna get. If you like tea fragrances, then Dynasty is really, really good. Longevity is gonna be solid, around 7-ish hours. So it's not gonna be beast mode, but it's also not gonna underperform too much. It's uplifting and refreshing. Honestly, this is a great fragrance to have in your collection. Oh, and if you're interested in any of the fragrances I talk about today, all the links will be down in the description below. So check those out. They are affiliate links, so they give a little bit of a kickback to the channel, but they also might help you guys save a little bit of money. So check those out in the description. Next, we have Afnan's Rare Reef. This is going to be perfect for the spring and the summertime. If you want a really solid twist on that Pacific chill DNA, Afnan's Rare Reef is amazing. It's fruity, it's citrusy. You're going to get this blast of that bergamot, citrus, but you also throw in some minty notes, some green notes. It's not a one-to-one to Pacific Chill. It's more of a twist, but I think it's a really good twist, especially for the price point. Yeah, my wife absolutely loved this one, and I agree. This is just gonna be the perfect poolside fragrance, and longevity is really solid, that 7-ish hour mark. I think everyone needs a dupe of Pacific Chill in their collection, and I think that Rare Reef is one of the best twists on that. If you're looking for a high heat poolside fragrance that's sweet, citrusy, some green notes in there, but also a little bit fruity, Rare Reef is fantastic for the price point. Next, we have Legacy by Gulf Orchid and also Maison Asrar. This is a fantastic dupe of that Blue Talisman DNA. And it opens up with these floral notes, but it also has this blast of pear in there. And I think it's incredibly uplifting. A gorgeous, elegant scent profile. I think the presentation for this bottle is also fantastic. It's covered in gold. You have this really nice design. It's very premium feeling. If you're looking for that Blue Talisman DNA and you don't want to pay that price point, it's one of the highest quality dupes of Blue Talisman. Longevity is pretty good, 7-hour mark, but I think the quality of this fragrance is where it really stands out. This is going to be perfect summer and spring fragrance. It does lean a little more unisex, so if you're looking for a really masculine vibe, this isn't exactly going to be it. It's an elegant, uplifting, nice fragrance for the price point. Next, we have Shiaka Shadow by Khadlaj. If you like that bad boy cobalt DNA, it's kind of barbershop-y, kind of a blue fragrance, a little bit woody, a little bit musky, some citrus in there. This is fantastic for the price point. The only downside that I find with this one is the performance isn't as good. You're gonna get like 7-ish hours, maybe a little bit less. But when it comes to the scent profile, barbershop-y, high-end, masculine, this one It's just such an easy to wear fragrance. I don't think it's that offensive. Really, really solid for the price point. So Shiaka Shadow, I love this one. Next, we have Vulcan Fu. This is that God of Fire DNA. So it has this blast of mango in the opening, but you also have some beautiful citrus that comes out in this. Has some woody notes in there. Yeah, this smells absolutely delicious. Longevity, you're getting a solid 7 to 8 hours, depending on your skin chemistry. This is going to be the perfect tropical, higher heat, spring, summer fragrance. If you love fruity mango fragrances, then this is going to be one of the best dupes of that God of Fire DNA on the market, hands down. Next, we have Atralia Absolute Noir, one of my favorite takes on that Aventus Absolute DNA. It opens up with that classic Aventus DNA, oak moss, you have those woody notes in there, but then you also get that blast of pineapple, which you usually get with Aventus Absolute, a little more fruity. This one adds in this blast of watermelon. It's not going to be a watermelon heavy fragrance, but he's there in the audience, just enough that it adds just this extra twist to the DNA that makes it so nice. And I found that it's a little more mass appealing compared to some of the other Aventus dupes. It's a little more toned down on some of those oak moss and those earthy tones. It's a little bit lighter, but in a nice way. If you're looking for something that's not going to be as strong, as powerful, or as like in the face of everybody else, I would say it's just a more mass appealing version, and that watermelon is super nice. Longevity is solid, 7 to 8 hour mark. It's strong enough that you're still gonna smell it throughout the day, and that watermelon is just so nice. It just adds this extra little kick in there that really makes this fragrance shine. Next, we have Royal Blend Sequoia. So this is a dupe of that Angel Share Paradise DNA. That boozy, that sweetness, but they also have this beautiful raspberry that comes out in the dry down. I would say that this is my wife's favorite winter fragrance just because it has that raspberry. So sometimes she'll sneak into my fragrance room, she'll spray this on herself before bed, and I don't mind it. The smell is fantastic. Longevity is really solid, 7 to 8 hour mark. That raspberry, that extra kick in there, that's just so sexy. Royal Blend Sequoia, you really can't go wrong with this one. Next, we have Bujairami Hectic. This is a dupe of that Louis Vuitton's Imagination DNA. I paid about $60 for this. Longevity, presentation, the atomizer is pressurized, which is always a bonus. And the scent profile, it's clean, it's citrusy, but then in the dry down, this is where that fragrance really shines. People say that Louis Vuitton's Imagination reminds them of luxury hotel hand soap, which I know sounds kind of weird, but if you go into a luxury hotel, the hand soap smells incredibly clean. So you get that citrus in there. It's very like kind of a sweet citrus. And then in the dry down, you get these beautiful tea notes that come through. Kind of like Dynasty, but this tea note is a little bit different. It's just so soothing, just so easy to wear. And I know some people find the Imagination DNA kind of boring. It's not the craziest DNAs. I think it just works. Easy to wear. Again, it's non-offensive. Somebody's gonna smell you and they're gonna be like, it smells really nice. You smell high-end, you smell classy. Longevity is really solid at 7 to 8 hour mark. Yeah, for the price point, Bujairami Hectic, if you want a Louis Vuitton Imagination dupe, this is one of the best ones. And last on our list, a newer addition to my collection. This is Intelligent Platinum. I love this DNA because it's going to remind people of that Polo 67, that Ultra Male, kind of a twist of all of those. It's a little bit fruity, it's kind of citrus, you have that pineapple in there. The longevity on this one is really solid, 7-ish hour mark. I actually really like the Intelligent brand. I have quite a few of their fragrances up here, but Platinum is probably my favorite out of all of them. If you like Polo 67, if you like Ralph's Club New York, if you like that Ultra Male, it has pineapple, it's fruity, it's citrusy, but man, it is sexy. There's something about it, that sweetness, almost this little powdery sweetness in there with the fruity notes. This is definitely one of my favorites. And there you have it, guys. 11 dupe fragrances that I find do it just as good or better than the original. So why pay full price when you can get these? If you're interested in any of these fragrances, I'm gonna have links in the description. Check those out. Some of them are going to be affiliate links, but it's gonna cost you nothing. It might even save you some money, and it also gives a little kickback to the channel. So if you do use my links, I really appreciate that. And with that, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and we will see you guys in the next video.